What's the worst lie someone ever told you? My mom told me my dad cheated on me for 3 years, and I believed every word of it. Growing up, my parents seemed perfect. Dad would bring mom coffee every morning, they'd hold hands watching TV, and everyone said they were relationship goals. Then when I turned 17, mom sat me down at the kitchen table with this serious look on her face. "Your father has been cheating on me for years," she said, staring at her hands. "Multiple women. I can't take it anymore." I felt sick to my stomach. Mom started crying, saying she tried to keep the family together but couldn't handle the lies anymore. I was furious. When Dad came home from work, I screamed at him, called him disgusting, asked how he could do this to mom. He just stood there looking confused, saying he had no idea what I was talking about. That made me even angrier. He was still lying to my face. Dad tried explaining himself, but I wouldn't listen. I stopped eating dinner with him, barely spoke to him for months. When they finally divorced, I chose to live with mom without hesitation. Dad looked heartbroken when I packed my stuff, but I figured that's what cheaters deserved. College was 3 hours away, so I rarely saw Dad. Mom would call crying sometimes, saying she was glad I saw through his lies. She'd tell me stories about finding weird texts on his phone or smelling perfume on his clothes. It all seemed so real. Then junior year happened. Dad called me sobbing, begging me to meet him at a coffee shop near campus. He looked terrible, like he hadn't slept in weeks. He brought this huge folder with him. "I need you to see something," he said, sliding it across the table. Inside were printed emails, text messages, and photos going back years, all showing mom with some guy named Trevor. Date stamps proved everything happened while they were still married. There were hotel receipts in mom's name, pictures of them kissing at restaurants, text messages where mom called Trevor her soulmate and complained about being stuck with Dad. My hands started shaking as I read through everything. The worst part was an email where mom told Trevor she was going to blame Dad for cheating so she could get me on her side during the divorce. She literally planned to turn me against my own father. I felt like I was going to throw up. 3 years of hating Dad for something he never did. 3 years of treating him like garbage while mom played the victim perfectly. I drove straight to mom's house that night. She was making dinner when I walked in with the folder. "What's this about?" she asked, seeing my face. I dumped everything on the counter. The photos, the emails, the hotel receipts. "Want to explain these?" I said. Mom didn't even try to deny it. She just crossed her arms and shrugged. "You're too young to understand what your father did to me emotionally," she said. "Sometimes you have to fight fire with fire." I couldn't believe it. She destroyed my relationship with Dad just for revenge over problems that were completely made up in her head. I told her I was moving in with Dad and didn't want to see her anymore. "You'll regret this," she yelled as I packed my stuff. "He'll disappoint you eventually." But Dad never did. When I showed up at his apartment with my suitcase, he just hugged me and said we had a lot of catching up to do. It took months to rebuild what mom had destroyed. Dad never once said I told you so or made me feel bad for believing her lies. We started having weekly dinners and slowly became close again.